Hello everyone, I am Dr. Srijit BK. In this video, we are going to learn the methodology to solve problems in convective heat transfer. The sections included here are forced convection flow over cylinders, flow over non-circular shapes, flow over spheres, flow over banks of tubes. So these sections are belongs to forced convection, and then we will discuss natural convection problems. In case of forced convection over cylinders, the critical Reynolds number is 2 into 10 raised to 5, and Reynolds number can be calculated using ud by nu, where d is the diameter of the tube, and the Nusselt number. In order to calculate the value of h, we usually use Nusselt number that can be calculated from this empirical correlation, which is given in data book page number 124. There you can see some constant c and n. The value of c and n can be obtained from the table given there itself based on the calculated Reynolds number. In case of this is for normal liquid including air, water, etc. But in case of liquid metals, if it is flowing over the cylinder, this is the Nusselt number correlation need to use. And if the body is non-circular, like elliptical shape, rectangular shape, or any such kind of body, and the fluid is flowing over that, then we have another correlation given just below that. It is 1.1 C1 Re raised to n PR raised to 0.33, where the value of Cn will be obtained from a table given in page number 127. So these are the two things we need to remember for forced convection over cylinders and non-circular bodies. Now we will move to problems. The first problem is, assuming that a man can be represented by a cylinder 350 mm in diameter and 1.65 meter height with a surface temperature of 28 degrees Celsius, calculate the heat loss he would lose while standing in a 30 km per hour wind at 12 degrees Celsius. So we have all the data are given. So we are assuming that a man is a cylinder, its diameter is there, height is there, then surface temperature is given, the body the solid temperature Ts, and free stream temperature T infinity is given, and velocity is 30 km per hour. So first we need to convert that km per hour into meter per second, and we know that if we want to calculate the heat transfer Q is equal to HA delta T, H bar A delta T, where H bar is the average convective heat transfer coefficient. So H can be calculated from Nusselt number. So our ultimate aim is to find a correlation for Nusselt number from which we can calculate H, and once we know the value of H, we can calculate the heat transfer coefficient, total heat transfer Q, which is equal to HA delta T, where the A is the peripheral surface area of the cylinder, that is the perimeter of the circle, cross-sectional circle into length. So the required fluid properties can be calculated using film temperature, which is the average of free stream temperature and solid surface temperature. So it is 20 degrees Celsius. So for the required properties are K, nu and Prandtl number. Next we can calculate Reynolds number ud by nu. So all the values are there. U is 8.33, D is the diameter, it is 350 mm, in meters it is 0.35 meters, nu is 1500 10 to minus 6 meter square per second. So we got Reynolds number of 1.94 into 10 raised to 5 as Reynolds number. Now from data book, as I already told, the Nusselt number correlation is C into R e raised to n PR raised to 1 by 3. So from this one, Nusselt number is HD by K. So H bar is, we can take the K to this side and D to this side. So K by D into the remaining terms. The value of N and C can be obtained from the table given in the page number 124 itself. Based on the Reynolds number, it is coming in the range of 40,000 to 4 lakh. So it is coming in that range. So the value of C is 0.0266 and M is 0.805. Substituting the value here, we will obtain the H bar value. It is 32.15 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Now heat lost by the man is equal to Q is equal to HA delta T. A is the perimeter of the circle pi d into length of the cylinder. So pi dl and Ts minus T infinity. So the heat lost by the man is 933.26 watts. Next is a class work. Air at 20 degrees Celsius flows across an elliptical tube 60 by 120 mm perpendicular to the minor axis with a velocity of 2.8 meter per second. The surface of the tube is maintained at 60 degrees Celsius. Determine the value of convection coefficient. So here we need to just calculate the value of H, and it is a elliptical tube. It is not a cylinder or the circular tube. So I will tell you the methodology. So on page number 124, you can see flow over non-circular shape. That the Nusselt number correlation is given as 1.1 C1 RE raised to N PR raised to 0.33. The value of C, the constant C and N, can be obtained from the page number 127 for calculated Reynolds number. From the correlation you can find the value of H, so you can take it as a class work. Next section is problem related to turbulent flow over spheres. This is the correlation, and if it is free falling liquid drop, this is the correlation, and all these data are given in page number 131. In case of flow across bank of tubes, you can use data given in page number 131. Here things are simple. I am not going to do any problems, so not going to solve any problems. The Nusselt number is N is equal to C into RE raised to N in this case, and the values of C and N can be obtained from the relative arrangement of tubes, either it is staggered or inline arrangement. The pitch or the relative distance between the adjacent tube is the parameter to get the required value of C and N. So if it is a fluid other than air, we have to multiply that Prandtl number by we have to multiply this existing equation C RE raised to N by 1.13 PR raised to 0.33. So that is for fluids other than air. So it's all are very simple sections. Now we will move to natural convection. And also I request all of you to work out some problems related to this kind of situations. So in natural convection we have mainly 4 cases: horizontal plate, vertical plate, horizontal plate, vertical cylinder, horizontal cylinder. The vertical plate and vertical plate and vertical cylinders have same equations for getting all this H value, Nusselt number and all. Like in forced convection, first we will go through the problem. A vertical cylinder 1.5 meter high and 180 mm in diameter is maintained at 100 degrees Celsius in an atmospheric environment of 20 degrees Celsius. Calculate heat loss by free convection from the surface of the cylinder. Assume properties of air at mean temperature as rho is equal to 1.06 kilogram meter cube and nu is given, Cp is given, K is also given. So it's a vertical cylinder and it is its temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. Because of that high temperature, heat is flowing from cylinder to atmosphere, and it is natural convection. There is no external flow of fluid, or there is no quantity, the velocity quantity is not given. So it's a natural convection problem. One thing we need to remember in natural convection, like in forced convection, Reynolds number was the parameter to decide whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. Like that, in natural convection, Rayleigh number or Grashof number into Prandtl number is the parameter which decide whether flow is laminar or turbulent. In case of cylinders, vertical cylinders and vertical plates, if Rayleigh number is less than 10 raised to 9, it is laminar. If it is more than 10 raised to 9, it is turbulent. So our first aim is to decide the Rayleigh number or the Grashof number into Prandtl number. So these are the given data. Now for calculating Grashof number, we need the value of beta. So beta is equal to 1 by T, and one thing you need to remember, that T is in Kelvin, should be in Kelvin. So if while calculating beta, you have to take care that T should be in Kelvin, as well as the temperature is corresponding to the fluid temperature, film temperature. So what is film temperature? It's the average of surface temperature and fluid temperature. So here the TF value is 100 plus 20 divided by 2. So this is the value of beta. Now we can calculate Grashof number. We know that the characteristic length in case of a vertical plate is length only. Only in case of cylinder it is diameter, and horizontal plate it's different. So here we can take as it is the length of plate. So G we calculated here, beta we calculated here. G is acceleration due to gravity. Delta T is the temperature difference between surface and fluid. Nu square is the kinematic viscosity square. So we got a Grashof number here. Now Prandtl number, PR is equal to mu Cp by K. That also we can calculate. Next step is calculate the product GRPR. It is 1.554 into 10 raised to 10. So as I told earlier, this step is for deciding whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. So we got a Grashof number, Rayleigh number, GRPR, more than 10 raised to 9. Because of that, the flow is turbulent. Then since the flow is turbulent, we can go to page number 144, section with 2.1. So if GRPR is more than 10 raised to 9, the value of Nusselt number is 0.10 0 Grashof Rayleigh number raised to 1 by 3 is the correlation for Nusselt number. So from this one we can calculate the value of h bar. Now rate of heat loss Q is equal to h bar A delta T. So the steps are very simple. Only things you need to take care when calculating the fluid properties, you have to take a film temperature. Next, when we are calculating the value of beta, we have to take a film temperature and the characteristic length also. Next problem, a 350 mm long glass plate is hung vertically in the air at 24 degrees Celsius while its temperature is maintained at 80 degrees Celsius. Calculate the boundary layer thickness at the trailing edge of the plate. If a similar plate is placed in a wind tunnel and air is blown over it at a velocity of 5 meters per second, find the boundary layer thickness at its trailing edge. Also determine the average heat transfer coefficient for natural and forced convection for the above mentioned data. So we have to calculate the boundary layer thickness and we have to calculate H value. So it is two cases are given, one is for natural convection and one is for forced convection. So given data are here. So we will calculate the film temperature. Once we calculate film temperature, we can calculate the required properties from data table. So we need a K, rho, PR, etc. And beta can be calculated for film temperature. 1 is equal to 1 by 273 plus TF. Now boundary layer thickness. First we need to decide whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. So Grashof number can be calculated from this equation. So these are the values. Finally we will get to this value, and the Rayleigh number is equal to GR into PR. So this is the value. So when calculating Grashof number, we have to take characteristic length. This is a vertical plate. So in case of vertical plate, the characteristic length is same as the plate length. So the Grashof number is coming less than 10 raised to 9. That means the flow is laminar. So we can go to page number 143, where the boundary layer thickness delta by x value is given here, given with this correlation. So substitute the values of PR and GR and get the boundary layer thickness delta, where x is the length of the plate. So all here this is the length of the plate is 0.35 meters. Next case is forced convection. So also we need to decide whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. For that, first we need to calculate the Reynolds number. So it is plate flow over plate. So it is coming below 5 lakh. Definitely because of that the kind of flow is laminar. So for laminar boundary layer, we know the 5x by root of RE is the boundary layer thickness. So this is the value. So we got the value like this. So this one, from this next is the H value for free convection. We need to calculate average heat transfer coefficient H bar. For that I will see which, since it is a natural flow, laminar condition, and also the plate is at a constant wall temperature. From page number 143 we can take the local Nusselt number equation, that is n nu x, which is equal to 0.508. that is for local Nusselt number, and at the end of that page it is given that the average Nusselt number is equal to 4 by 3 into local Nusselt number. So if you multiply 0.508 by 4 by 3, you will get a 0.677. So directly we can write this correlation like this. So from this one H bar can be calculated. So this is very easy problem, but also it's very useful. Next we need to calculate boundary layer thickness, heat transfer coefficient for forced convection. For forced convection, we know from data book itself, for forced convection natural flow, for forced convection laminar flow, this is the average Nusselt number equation. It's there in the data book itself in forced convection section. So substitute the values, you will get H value as 14.62. From this problem, two things we can understand. One is how the problem methodologies differs in forced convection as well as natural convection.